Roads. They guide us through the routines of life, to work, to home, and sometimes to the unknown. We drive watching the world slip by, deer hiding in the tree line, hawks perched like sentinels on weathered fence posts. Nature unfolds around us, quiet and unassuming. But not everything we pass is meant to be seen. And some things shouldn't exist at all. There are moments that shatter the ordinary. A glimpse, a shadow, something at the edge of our vision. And in that instant, you're no longer on a simple road. You're somewhere else. Fear takes the wheel. This is one of those stories.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Monster 911. It's good to be with you once again. I hope everybody's doing well out there. If you're new to the channel, my name is Lance, where I help people cope with the strange and unusual that they've seen. Living creatures, entities that are very much alive in isolated areas across the U.S., but also across the globe. So today's show almost really didn't happen. I thought through this, and I wasn't sure whether to play this show or not, just because there was a little bit of a language barrier, but I decided that we are going to go ahead and go for it. I did the editing software that I have has an auto transcribe, but it really didn't work in this case. So what I had to do, and the reason why it's taken me a little bit longer to get this show on, is that I manually had to type in each and every word this person said through the whole show. So English is not his primary language, as you'll hear. He's a Hispanic gentleman, a very nice man. His name is Manny. And he actually came my way through a friend of mine in North Carolina. So I want to give a big thank you to Roger out there in Mount Airy, North Carolina. We've been friends for a long time. We've hit it off really well. He had an Sasquatch encounter some years ago on his property, and that's kind of how we hooked up. And I'm friends with many of the people, the guests. I just don't talk to them. I'm not one and done with a lot of my guests. I still maintain contact with them since we began this show in 2017. So Manny, what I did after the show is some of the tense is a little bit wrong, of course, but that's no big deal when you're learning a new language. But some of the words, he meant to say one word and said another word. So after the interview, I went back and I said, when you said this word, did you mean that? And he said, yeah, that's what I meant. So when he says some of the words in here, it may sound a little bit different. Notice in the subtitles, I actually corrected what he meant to say. And again, I didn't put words into his mouth. I just went back later and said I had a couple questions. But it's all subtitled, even what I say. So I hope that's not too bothersome to you guys. But per usual, I go ahead and include visual aids into this, some AI pictures to add emphasis to what he saw. Pay special attention to what he compares what he saw, what he compares this creature to. And, when we make references to things, we make references based on past experiences. And so the best that he could come up with is a movie. And you'll hear what kind of movie he compares the size of what he saw to. So pay special attention to that. Also, I got all the things gathered for the giveaway, so I just need to assemble everything. And so when that gets all assembled by myself, I'll show you guys, and then we'll do a raffle of one lucky subscriber to that. So let's get to the show that almost didn't happen. I think you'll find it interesting. And I will just say this. Manny is an Amazon delivery driver. And to all the delivery drivers out there, when you hear this show, whether you're an Amazon delivery driver, a FedEx, a DHL, UPS, or commercial truck drivers, you guys put the miles on the road out there for all of us. And we thank you for that. Otherwise, we wouldn't get our food, our packages, or anything. And I believe, my personal belief is that you guys see a lot of interesting, bizarre, odd things out there, sometimes frightening. So if that is you and you've seen something odd, give me a call. I'd like to hear about it. I'd like to document it. You can call the toll-free number that I have. So let's go there now to that interview that I had with Manny this past winter when he had to deliver a package at the end of a road in North Carolina.
Oh, okay. I was doing my evening blog of Amazon.
Oh, Amazon?
Lex.
Okay.
Yes, and I was driving in Mount Airy. That blog was in Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Okay.
I remember that was a little darker than like between the daylight was getting off and the darkness is coming out. That was between the was in January 18th so February.
Say that again.
It was in January.
Was what now?
January.
Oh, January. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sorry, my English no, it's my second language. No?
That's okay. You're doing great. January. Okay.
January, and it was about between 5 and 6, because was the at that time that was darkened before, like now it's darker like after 8.
Mm-hmm.
That time was darker like between 5 and 6.
Right.
So I exit the main road and get the gravel road to get in that house.
Okay.
I think I remember that I have to drive like a mile, maybe less, 800 100 feet, something like that. So I was a little fast, around 40 to 45 miles per hour.
Okay.
I saw something between the tree, walking between the tree in 4 feet. But I was impressed because when I saw that it looked like a wolf, but more bigger than a wolf, more bigger. And I saw that. I saw walking in my same direction that I going to. So I saw him in the back. I saw him back because I coming from the back, and I passed next to him, but he was in the street and I was in the gravel road.
He wasn't. So he was on the gravel road or was not?
No, he was walking between the tree.
Okay.
He was walking between the tree, and I was in the gravel road.
Okay.
In gravel path. So I saw something at the moment. I didn't understand what I saw. I think it was a wolf, but the doctor was very big, and that wolf looked like a horse, something bigger than a
Oh
wolf.
my! Like the size of a horse?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
The doctor was very, a lot of hair, very bushes. But the the back the
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how can I say in English the leg
The
the
legs.
back of the back of the legs not too much hair. So
Oh,
hair,
really?
yeah, not too much hair.
So the
Uh,
legs, so you, as you were going down the road, let me make sure I understand so far. I don't want to interrupt, but I just want to make sure for the listeners. You were driving down this road to make a delivery. It's a
yeah,
gravel road, and
yeah.
it's off the main road about 800 meters or so.
Hmm.
And then as you're driving down this road, you're doing about 40, 45 miles an hour.
More or less, yeah.
And you look off to the side and you see this huge wolf walking. Now,
Yeah.
is it on two legs or four legs?
Wasn't four legs.
Four legs.
Wasn't, yeah.
And you look at it and you see that it, as you come up on it, it's not in the road, but it's off to the side in the trees.
Yes, yes, correct.
And then, but you still get a clear view of it. And
Yes,
it was about the size of a horse. And there wasn't much
yes.
hair on the back of the legs. But
Uh,
do I have everything correct so far?
yes, yes, you are correct. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
please continue.
So I saw that they coming maybe a little more little than a horse, maybe a foot less than the height of the horse, but it was big. I was impressed, and the doctor was like a doctor, very very full of hair, very bushes, and it was from the. So when I saw, I don't know how can I describe it. It was the the side of this dog because I saw from the back to the side. The side of this dog
Uh-huh.
was very, very a lot of hair, a lot of hair.
Mm.
Yes,
Okay, a lot of hair.
was from the low to the up, so was more bigger at the front. So to
Oh,
the front door
from
front
the front
leg.
to the so from the front to the
Yeah,
back, it was big, it was bulkier in the front than it was the
yeah,
back.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay? And
And
it was on all fours. And
uh,
did it ever, as you were going by, did it ever look at you?
no, I can't see that look at me because was he was between the tree, but also between the tree and the road, the gravel road
Oh.
was like a bushes, a lot of bushes, you know. So
Oh.
I couldn't see the head. I couldn't see the head. The only can I see maybe because I was too fast
Mm.
because but I remember I was impressed at the same time I pray God. I call my wife at the same time I say, hey baby, you know what I see? I see something like a wolf, but bigger than a wolf.
Mm.
And she told me, be careful,
Yeah.
try to do your delivery and get back as soon as possible. Because, baby, you know what I remember when I saw that? I remember the movie, The Twilight Saga.
How
It was
big
like
they were.
yeah, it was like a similar, a little different, but was big. Was a wolf, big, big, very big. I was impressed, very impressed. I want to pray. I get there and trying. I remember that it was a fancy fence and fancy gate, electrified gate. I read the message. The message on my screen says that put the code. Sometimes the customer give you the code. You can access with the code and you get in the property.
Right.
But the code doesn't work. I was getting, and I say to my mind, if he did this creature, I don't know what it is. It's coming. It's coming to me. It's gonna be fast. So let me try to do something. So I didn't think about it. I I pick up the package and threw away the window. I never open my door for anything, take the picture, and left. When
Did,
I back, when I drive back, I'm trying to see
mm-hmm.
what I if I see it again, if I can see it again between the tree, if I see it again, because I want to be clearly what I really I see.
Sure, sure.
But no, I don't see it again. I don't see it. Was more dark, more dark. So at that time was more dark because wasn't in the same hour that you see that in 5 minutes everything is dark, very dark.
Mm-hmm.
So when I left the packet and drive back, it was more dark than the time that I saw before.
Mm, gotcha.
I
So,
don't I don't know what I saw. Then when I met Roger and he was talking about some some animals that are free on more area, like a black panther and something like that, snake, and
mm-hmm.
it was mentioned. I said, I remember someday I was, and I did my history to him, and he told me, "Oh, that's the dog, man. You are sure that's real?" You He told me, yeah, that people that I see before, and what color was? I say it was like a gray, little gray. Was black or no? Was the gray? Uh, or
Mm-hmm.
I know it was impressive. I didn't know at that time what I saw. Well, he told me, that's his dog, man, that's his dog, man. With the description that I give it to him, he told me that.
Yes, that's
I, ne- I mean,
that's correct.
even today, I don't believe in dog man, but I know I know because I saw it wasn't normal. That's not normal, you know.
Yes, and that's a
That
very good
animal
point.
wasn't normal. It
That's a good
can be normal.
Yeah, that's a good point, Manny, because that's the key is that you know what normal is, and when you see
Mm.
abnormal, like huge abnormal, you know something's not right.
Yeah.
And so tell me this, um, in your best estimate, your best guess, how much do you think it weighed?
Oh,
In your best guess, like
wait.
um, in your best, how much?
Give me one. Give me one moment.
Okay,
Llévate mi carro. Déjame moverlo. Yo lo muevo. Espera. Okay. Yes. I'm here.
do you? What do you think it weighed, Manny? I mean, do you think it weighed like a as much as
Five
a
five
pony?
hundred pounds. Yeah, 500
500
pounds
pounds.
or more.
Woo.
Or more.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, you're
heavy.
right. That's not normal. So, Manny,
Yes.
have you been back to that property at all?
No again. No again.
Not again.
I've been in Mount Airy many times to do the Amazon delivery,
Uh-huh.
but no at that property.
Okay. And you said when you got to the property, it was kind of a nice piece of property. It was had a nice
Yes,
gate and all
yes.
that.
A
And you
nice gate, fancy gate, and the house that I saw in my map was a big house, so was a expensive property. Probably I can find the screenshot that I took to that how can I say, to that package, to that items that I have to
oh, okay.
deliver properly, because I know when I because the customers require to get in the property,
Yes.
and when they require to get in the property, um, if you left outside, they put that they left a note that they don't receive the package.
Okay.
And I remember Amazon find me, not find me. They, I don't know in English how can I say, but they put a notice about that I didn't deliver.
Oh, I
And I
see.
explained to Amazon what's going on, what happened, and even though they and at that time I remember that I have that screenshot of the packet, even the that address because do you still there?
Yes, I'm
You hear
here.
me?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Because I know that package is gonna give me a trouble with Amazon. So I'm gonna search on my phone to see if I didn't delete that picture that
Mm,
allow me to see at least the address. You know.
right, right. Because
Yeah, I
it's
can. Yeah, I can text to you that address.
okay. That's fine. Because Amazon requires that you take a picture that you delivered it, right?
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
then, but you didn't find the code on some of like you said, some people when you're delivering to a house and they have a gate, they give you a code typically, but you couldn't find the code, but you didn't want to wait around because you knew what you.
I remember that I didn't find the code. I tried to call the customer by the app of the Amazon. You never have the phone number of the customer. You have
Hmm.
like a connection. You call at some place and some place put the call like a fix the call with the customer. So I remember I tried the call. I nobody answered me. I pushed the horn, beep 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 many times. Nobody answered me. So I was worried, man.
Yeah.
I feel I feel no safe. So I'm trying to move as quick as possible and get out there because it was too far away from the main road.
Mm-hmm.
Was dark, and I know that I saw it wasn't normal. It wasn't normal. It can be
Yeah. Um, so you left the package on the outside of the gate, or did you throw it
outside
over?
outside the gate. Outside the
Outside
gate.
the
Yeah, bro. I threw. I never opened my door. You know, I threw over the car. I I
Oh,
I
oh,
I I I rolled down the window and threw away
okay, gotcha. And it
because
had
I don't feel safe
get
to
out.
get out the car. Yeah,
Okay, so you left the package and you
mhm.
turned back around going down the same road, the gravel road,
Yes,
and as you're
yes.
going down, um, you didn't see it at all.
No, I don't see anything. I was more like a more slow. You know, I was at that
Mm,
moment. I was driving like a 30 mile, 25 mile. Was
you were
more
more,
slow,
yeah, you were more cautious, so you were going
more
slower.
cautious to see, and was prepared with my phone to record everything. But I don't see anything. I don't see anything.
Do so. Can I ask you a couple questions, Manny?
Yeah, yeah.
When you were going to the property to make your package delivery, which
Mhm.
side of the gravel road did you see this creature on your driver's side or the passenger side?
Passenger fast side.
Passenger side. And
Yeah.
you said it was of course it was in January. Was it this past year you saw it? Was it this year?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, yes,
And
yes,
like you said, in January being winter, it gets dark about 5:30. So
yes,
it was still dark, but your lights, did your headlights catch the movement of this creature? Is that how you saw it with your headlights?
yes, yes, yes.
Um, and you said that as you were going by it, could you as you were going by it, you didn't know if it looked at you or not because there was something between you and this creature?
Yes, yes. It
What
was like a
Like an old bus or something? Is that what you said?
Buses, yeah, like
Buses. It's like some old
yeah.
dilapidated buses, old abandoned buses or something?
No. Let me see. How can I say? Wheat.
Oh, like farm equipment?
Let
L-
me see. Let
l-
me see if I can find the translation.
Okay.
Translator.
Like farming implement equipment?
No. That the wheat and natural wheat. Like yeah, but let me see. Yeah. Okay. Grass, like a high grass.
Oh, I see. You was high grass.
Yes.
Okay, so there was high grass between you and this creature, so you
And
really couldn't tell if it turned to look at you or not as you went by.
yeah. And maybe because I was also wasn't in over 40 or
Oh,
maybe over 40
okay.
was very fast. So I saw I started saw this creature like 50, no, maybe less,
50
20
feet?
50 feet from me,
Oh, wow.
50 to 25 feet from me. And when I remember that when I saw in my right side, I saw it and I started seeing until I passed. So he keep going, he keep walking. So when I pass, I never see him again. Never.
Okay. But you were driving faster than what he was walking, so you passed him.
Yes.
Okay. And you've never seen anything like this before.
No, never in my life. Never in my life.
So Roger, he told you what it was. Is that
Yeah, he told me. He told me he is start speaking me, spoke with me like some creature, um, some animals that have to be careful in one area because I start in the conversation with him. I say I do many delivery right here in Mount Airy. I don't like to come here because I say that it's too far away from where I pick up the package, and I don't like because it's not fair for me for the gas and expenses and everything.
Mhm.
And he told me that you need to be careful when we here because here there's many animals. You can see a snake or another animal, and I start talking about, and I say I remembered and I did my history to him, and he figured out. He told me that's the dog, man. You see the dog, man. I know it was like a wolf, but was bigger than wolf, bigger than wolf. Was
Yeah. Yeah, much bigger.
something that yeah, something that I was impressed. I was afraid when I saw that, but I couldn't see really. I couldn't see the head. I couldn't see that part because I was driving fast. It was between
Yeah.
the tree and was bushes inside, so I couldn't see that he wasn't from the back to the side, but I couldn't see the head.
Okay.
That's what
Because you were going too fast.
yeah, I was driving fast.
Okay. And
Yeah, because when when it's getting darker and I am far away from home, I don't know the area and try to make my delivery as fast as I can because I want to done to finish everything.
yeah, you just want to make your deliveries to get back home.
Yeah.
Um, so you estimated,
And I know, and also I know when you do delivery, you need to be careful and more careful at night. So
mm,
I don't like to do delivery at night, so I was trying to deliver as soon as possible. But
d-
I was in that area that I really at the beginning in January. Now I know a little better because I've been doing many delivery there. But
right.
in January, like was like my second delivery in Mount Airy, so I didn't know Mount Airy. Uh, what
Whereabouts
the,
are you? Is this central North Carolina? Is this is it up north? Are you
is
northeast?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah, it's very close to
No,
it's in between Virginia and Winston-Salem,
oh, okay.
or North Winston-Salem.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I'm just trying to find out about where that was at, and that's where Roger's from.
Yeah, yeah. He
Okay.
lives there. He lives there.
So Manny, do you know, have you talked to any other drivers about this, or have you just kind of kept it quiet?
No, I just talked to my wife and I talked to Amazon support that about. I never say to them that I know now is a DOGMAN because I didn't know even the word. So
Sure,
the
sure.
only time that I hear that word maybe was in movie or something like that. But I at the same time I say I didn't figure out that that creature is real. But I know that I see something that wasn't normal. And I say Amazon, hey, that happened to me. That's I can get in the property. I couldn't stay there because I don't feel safe. I don't know what I saw, but was something bigger than it. And I trying to contact the customer. The customer don't answer. I push my horn, beep 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 many times. Nobody answer. So I drop the package, take a picture, and I left.
And you left,
And I explained to Amazon that situation.
what did they say?
Oh, they say no. The customer says that you don't left the package. Okay.
So they didn't have a record of you
No,
letting them know that, hey, there was a big wolf here.
yeah.
They didn't say anything like,
Maybe they have a record because I believe I don't know. I'm not sure. They record all calls,
yes, they should.
and I explained to them that it was something like a wolf, bigger, bigger. So I feel afraid. I trying to contact a customer as soon as possible,
Mm-hmm.
and he don't answer. I put a beep 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 many times, and then threw away. And I know I want to move over there because I remember I told to the customer service. I say I remember I called my wife. I said, hey, I saw something like the Twilight Saga. I saw like that wolf, bigger wolf, very faster, very strong. So that's what I feel at the time that
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the only reference you had was
yeah.
watching that Twilight Saga movie, and
Hmm.
because in that movie, those wolves were huge.
Yeah,
Um,
well,
and so you didn't really tell any other drivers, but you did call the Amazon.
no, no,
Yeah, you
because
didn't tell anybody else, but you told Roger, and then he was the
yeah,
one that informed you what you saw.
yeah,
Um, Now that you saw this, and Manny, are you? Tell me how you feel now making deliveries at night. I mean, is it made you more concerned or a little bit on edge?
yeah. Of course, I'm more concerned now, and I since that day, and then another thing happened to me in my area, but it was when the snow time.
Uh huh.
And I don't feel so comfortable to come back to my own area and deliver because, as I told you, it's not fair for me because it's too far away. I
Mm,
have to waste too much in gas and everything. And I say to myself, next time that Amazon give it to me another boat area, the road, I'm not gonna do it. Really, I'm not gonna do it because
yeah.
for everything that I saw, because every time that I went to Monterey, where it's not many houses have dogs, people left the dog without tie.
Oh,
Uh, mm, you need to do delivery. It's very tough to do delivery in Monterey.
I'm
Very
sure.
tough.
That's what some of the Amazon drivers, when they come out here where I live in Oklahoma, I tell
Mm,
them, they see my dogs, but I have my dogs in a kennel. And I said, don't worry, they can't get out, and they're very friendly, even though they're barking. And I try to help them. I'll say, are you making more deliveries out here? And if they say yes, I'll say, be careful about loose dogs.
So before I open my door, I push the horn many times because if you push a horn, the dog is coming out. So
Yeah.
if I saw a dog, believe me, even when I read the message. The customer said, the dog is friendly." I like dog.
Right, right.
I always have dogs since I was a child, but I know I respect dog because that I am a stranger from them.
Yeah.
So he's in his property. So I know he maybe he's friendly, but he don't know me. So I respect dog.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely. I mean, that's a good.
because even the dog, the smallest dog, they can bite you. So
Oh, absolutely, they can bite you.
yeah,
So you look at the woods different now, especially on these routes that Amazon wants you to take them on. Um, and you're in that area, like you said, your route probably takes you a couple 100 miles in a given work evening. I mean,
yeah,
you drive quite a bit delivering
yeah.
packages. Um, well, do you remember you said you couldn't really tell what color it was, but it didn't have a lot of hair. When you saw its legs, did the legs or its backside look like dog legs from behind with the dog hock and everything?
Okay. From behind was no have too much hair.
Okay.
Less very little hair.
Okay.
But the tail, the tail,
Yeah.
the dog tail was bush of hair, bush,
Oh, very bushy, lots of hair.
very bush. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And all that, the only part that I saw less hair was the the back, like a, I'm gonna say
The back of its thighs?
the back of the legs was no much hair, not too much hair,
Very little.
little,
Okay.
very little. But the side it was a lot of hair,
Okay.
and 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 that's why I couldn't see. That's why I figured out. I say, hey, that's look like a because the when you see, for example, when you see the back of the horse,
Mm-hmm.
you see the strong, no, the muscle,
Right.
right? That's I saw like that the muscle
Mm.
in that part, like in the part when you sit in your I don't know if you can say ass or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
That part of the leg, that the back of the leg
The buttocks.
was the body of the was a little hair, but
Okay.
just I couldn't see the muscle. That was impressed to me. And the other part was very hair, a lot of
Okay.
hair in the side.
And you could tell what color it was or not?
Yeah, it was like a dark gray.
Like a dark gray? Okay.
Yeah,
And you said that it was around 500 pounds. So
yeah.
being that big on all fours, how tall are you, Manny?
I am 5'8".
5'8"? So just theoretically, if you were standing next to this creature while it was on four legs and you were standing next to it, where do you think its back, the top of its back, would come in comparison to your height? Would it come to your
Probably,
nose, your eyes?
probably to my shoulder.
Oh
To
my.
yeah,
Wow. 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 Well, I really appreciate you contacting me and or getting back with me, and I appreciate Roger.
yeah.
Before you saw this creature, have you ever been interested in things like this before? I mean, as a hobby or anything like this, any podcast shows or anything like this? Um, like learning about these creatures or not?
No, really no.
Okay. I'm just curious.
You know.
I know my family, my mom's side of the family, they're from Mexico. And I know there's legends and stories of creatures like this in old Mexico.
Mhm.
And I've talked to a few people down there. Um, and so I know they don't talk about it much because it's very scary. And
Mhm.
a lot of people don't open up about their sightings. But I appreciate you letting me know. Do you, before we get off here, do you have any recommendations for any other drivers that are out there? Anybody like UPS, Amazon, or anyone else making deliveries? Do you have any recommendations for them to be safe?
Watch around. Always watch around before you leave the truck or your car.
Okay.
Always around, uh, down a little window to hear if you hear something. You know.
Yeah. So,
When I always going to my music a little louder, and when I get any home, before I get it, I down the music, roll down a little the window, and I try to beep 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 beep. If I see something or dog or anything, I never get out of the car. Never.
hmm,
Even I'm being in property that I left the packet. I try to drive the more closer to the any car in the park yard, and I left the packet on the car pot
mm-hmm.
on the just take a picture and move away.
Yeah. Well, that's good words of wisdom. Just be aware of your surroundings. Look around, look around, look around. And
Yeah,
if something doesn't look right or feel right, then don't get out. You know,
no,
be
don't get
safe.
out.
Keep your doors locked. And when were you in a Amazon van or your personal car?
Personal car, yes.
Personal car. And
Mm.
was it a van or a car?
No car, regular
Okay,
car.
so you were in a personal car. Okay.
Yes.
Well, wow, that's quite an incredible. I've always felt that delivery drivers see a lot of country in an area, and some of them are seeing things. So you're the first that's contacted me about, being a delivery driver, what you've seen. So I really appreciate it, Manny. And if you ever see anything like this again, which I hope you don't, but if you do, let Roger know and you can contact me.
Okay, great. Anyway, let me. I'm gonna try to find if I have any screenshot about this
Yes.
the address that when I saw. If I have,
Yes, this is my
or
number. You can text it to me.
because I sometimes I delete many screenshots. Sometimes I forget that
Okay.
delete. So I would try go back to that month and trying to see if I have that screenshot that I took at that time.
Okay, that'd be great. I appreciate that. Thank you.
At least at least with looking that address, so the area could be anything
That would be great. I
that
appreciate
you
that.
can find where was the area.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great if you can do that and you can just text it to me and you've got my number. That's the same number right now.
Okay, okay, great.
All right. Well, thanks, Manny. I appreciate it. God bless you and be safe out there.
Okay, thank you. Same as well. Have a
Okay.
wonderful day.
So I wanted to follow up with this summary here, guys. Just what did you think overall? I thought a couple things that were very interesting with Manny's encounter story is that he was, he's not a big fan or never has really been into cryptids and creatures. He doesn't watch any podcast shows when I asked him about it. He watches interesting shows like you heard the Twilight Saga, and he'll watch a few, interesting sci-fi shows, but he's not really been into Bigfoot, Sasquatch, and different types of podcast shows like that ever before. I thought it was very intriguing that he compared the size of the creature to a horse, and that it did not have a lot of hair on the back of the legs, and he could see and I asked him about it, but he couldn't think of the word, but the muscle striations, the definition of the back of the legs. And it was really kind of hard to make the AI images where it's thinning of hair back there, but I did my best to try and get that. But the AI images really didn't give justice to what he was saying. But just the sheer size, walking on all fours, was the size of a horse. It frightened him so much that he didn't waste a lot of time. He knew he was going to get into trouble if he didn't adequately place the package within the gate interior. So he knew that he had some code somewhere. He was supposed to have it, but they have an app, Amazon service, that if they don't have it, they go through the app, through Amazon, and they're supposed to give them this code. The gate's open. He goes in, he leaves the package at the door, takes a picture. A lot of people, you get Amazon packages, but he was frightened. He didn't want to get out of the truck when he passed what he saw. I originally thought he saw it on the side of the road, but he said that it really wasn't in the road. It was off to the side, kind of in the, I thought originally he kept saying buses, but it's brush, the bushes is what he was saying. In the trees, the bushes. So when he says trees and bushes, he could see it well enough. It's like it wasn't off too far. It was right on the side of the road in the grass, is what he meant to say. And so he had full purview of this from behind and to the side, and it frightened him. He knew it was canine or a giant wolf, and that it bothered him so much, but he didn't care. Amazon, he knew he was going to get into trouble, but that's when he didn't get out of the door. He rolled the window down, took a picture, and threw it over the gate, and he called Amazon. They contacted him and said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Listen, there was a wolf, and I wasn't going to get out." They didn't quite understand, and so I found out that he lost his job. I don't know if it was for that specifically, but I called and spoke to Roger later, and he said that he he lost his job. I don't think it was over that. I think it was something else possibly. But anyway, I appreciate Manny talking with me. We really had a good conversation after the interview as well, kind of going over certain words and terms, what he meant. And so I really appreciate Manny. If you're a delivery driver, such as Amazon delivery drivers, FedEx, UPS, DHL, any delivery driver out there, commercial truck drivers, if you have seen something very similar to what Manny saw, let me know. You can call the toll-free number, or you can contact me on the email. The toll-free number, 866-306-8085, or you can email me at monster911podcast@gmail.com. In the meantime, guys, always be safe out there, and remember to watch your six, and always remember, we're never alone when in the wilderness. Take care.